Okay, I'm walking my dog. This is crazy. Gosh, I hope this don't happen to any other people. All right, now a couple years ago, I had my license suspended because the police put his stuff on my driving record, and I didn't even know my license was suspended. I had a warrant out for my arrest in Morgantown that was my son's. Okay, well, they straightened that out, but I had to pay to have my license put back in, reinstated. I had to pay money for that twice, not once, twice. Okay, so all right, that's fine. I let that go. All right, now I went to purchase a firearm, and they refused me, and I'm like, what's going on here? Why am I being refused? There's something's going on. So I was told to go to the state police and ask them why I got refused, so they look at my record. Then I find out the police officer tells me I have 2 felony convictions on my record. I ain't never been in trouble in my life except one time, and that was a misdemeanor. Okay, so I about fell on the floor when he told me I had 2 felony convictions on my criminal record. Oh my Lord! And this was in Morgantown, and I'm sure it's got one of them might have something to do with the police, the state police, doing the same thing, putting on my driving record my son's stuff. But I think they accidentally put somebody else's stuff on my criminal record, or both of those on my criminal record. This is very, very distraught. I'm under threat of being arrested for owning guns and having guns in my possession because I'm a convicted felon. I ain't never been convicted for a felony in my life. I've never been in trouble in my life. I got locked up when I was 17 for a joint and got 3 years and 6 months probation out of that. And that's the worst thing that's ever happened to me when I was, 17. I'm 58 years old. I had one between, I think it was like 20 years ago. I went to court for a domestic, but it pretty much got thrown out because I wasn't at fault. I never hurt no one. They just tried to make a big deal out of nothing because I needed to get in my house and get clothes for work. And my door at that time was like cardboard, flimsy. All you had to do was push on it and it would pop right open. I called 911 and asked them if I could do that. They said, well, it's your door, ain't it? I said, yes. So they said, well, I mean, you've got to fix it, right? Yes, I do. It's my door. I'm not going to leave it like that. Do what you got to do. I did that. And next thing I know, I'm getting surrounded by state troopers, which I was going hunting. The very next day was the first day of hunting season. And that day I had my rifle. It was at my friend's house in his grandmom's gun. Well, in his gun safe. He lived with his grandmother in Pennsylvania. And the police put me down in his report that I was armed and dangerous. I didn't even have my rifle with me when I was at my house or went to my house. So that's why I guess they blew it out of proportion or whatnot. Then when they figured they couldn't get me on a gun charge, they figured they'd try and get me for domestic violence. So when I told the judge exactly what happened, exactly everything that happened, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, the judge looked at me and said, okay, because the prosecuting attorney at the time was a psycho woman, and she advocated for domestic violence women that were beat up. She had 3 women with bruises and black eyes sit in the courtroom to try and make the judge feel for them and to nail me to the floor. But I ain't never had no convictions or anything like that. I love my wife and my kids. I'd never hurt none of them for no reason, no matter what. I mean, I would die for my family. So here we are. There's 2 felony convictions on my record that I don't know where they come from. So I got to go to Identigo to get an appointment to go over and get my fingerprints and have my report come out so I can see what's on there. I already contacted legal aid. And they said if they're mine, they can help me and have them taken off, expunged. But if they're not mine, which I'm pretty sure they're not, that because I've never been to court and got convicted in my life, I've never been to prison in my life, that I would have to hire an attorney. to get this worked out. Now, I have a bad back and I am disabled because of it. I can't work a full-time job. I mean, I can do a little bit around the house and stuff, but you know, I even hurt myself and I'm in bed for 2 days if I overdo it around the house. So it's absolutely no way I would be able to hold a job down. Not even a part-time job, because they wouldn't hire me because they're afraid of getting sued. And I'm not a sue-happy person. I never was. I think I sued one person in my life because I got hit in the rear end and, you know, because of financial reasons I had to. Just like this. So, I don't know. So, can anybody tell me from this, if it was the state police fault and they accidentally put accidental or DUI that was a felony or something on my record, and then it got on my criminal record, and then they accidentally put somebody else's stuff on my record from somewhere else, or you accidentally, you know, somebody with my same name, just last, you know, different thing, different dates, and I don't know. But how can that happen? Somebody's negligible in their job, and I need somebody to help me out with this, because I think that they should be. I'm under so much anguish, threat of arrest, financially. Oh my God, I'm, you know, I get a pitiful little check every month and I can barely make ends meet with that. And now that this comes down, it's going to cost me $2,000 to hire a lawyer, or maybe even more. Somebody's got to pay for this. Somebody has to be reprimanded and pay for this, because this ain't right. This should not happen in this day of age. It shouldn't happen. I don't see how it can happen. Somebody ain't doing their job. They're very incompetent in their job, and they don't need to have that job if they're going to continue doing this, and they need to pay for it. And if for the state or whoever agency that done this needs to pay for hiring a person like that ain't doing their job right. Did somebody tell me and give me some, I mean, these people need sued or something. I don't know what. They took my rights away. I can't buy a gun. This is how this all happened. I went to purchase a rifle and it got denied. Now I don't have the right to bear arms and all because somebody else's fault, somebody else's negligence. Somebody's got to pay for this. And I don't know if there's a lawyer out there that would help me with this. And this is all in Morgantown, all from Morgantown, West Virginia. And currently I live in Pennsylvania, right next to the borderline of West Virginia. I've been here for like 4.5, 5 years. And these are old charges. I think one of them might be new. I don't know. Or DUI. That's a couple years old, but the other ones are old that I don't even know about. They've been on there forever, I guess, and didn't even know about it because I haven't, you know, I wouldn't have even found out if I didn't try to purchase another rifle. But I'm a gun owner. Supposed I would have got, you know, somebody, you know, if I went hunting and a game warden came up on me and checked my license and stuff, and then runs me through and then locks me out, and oh my goodness, I would have went to prison for having firearms and being a convicted fed. And I ain't even been convicted or a fed, but it's on my record. So I would have got slammed. This is crazy. I ain't never heard of such thing like this. Guys, if you help me out, put something in some comments. I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out. I don't know what to do. I contacted legal aid. They said if they're mine, actually are mine, then they can have them expunged or try to have them expunged. But if they're not mine, I would have to get a legal attorney. I have to get another attorney, and it would have to be out of pocket. And I can't afford that unless I can get an attorney that would do it and sue him at the same time for his pay. It's the only thing I can think of would work. But I don't know if there's anybody out there that would do it. All right. This is Charles. Please leave comments. Thank you.